Hello, my friends. What is today? Today is Thursday. I'm all messed up. I'm all discombobulated about what day it is. I actually worked this morning at the tile store instead of tonight, which I'm super excited about. I actually don't really love working nights. I only work 4 to 8 usually on Thursdays, but this morning I worked 9 to 1, so that made it a little bit better. Now I have my evening free. I haven't had a Thursday off in over a year, so that's our Thursday night off over a year, so that's fun. So today is Thursday Throwdown. So if you're new here, my name is Jen, and I every Thursday I come live, usually at 2 p.m. Eastern, but it's been a little off the last couple of weeks just because I've had some other things going on. But usually we do 2 p.m. Eastern, and we do a Thursday Throwdown, which means I'm just going to create on the fly for you. So I'm going to do another card today. And hi, Tanya. So I'm going to use the Latte Love collection again because it's kind of what's out and on my table, and I really haven't had any time to think about what I'm going to do today. So we are totally winging it this afternoon. So let's go ahead and get started because I have no idea how long this is going to take. All right, we'll be quick. All right, let me switch this around and get you set up so you can see. Make sure everything's straight here. Don't mind my messy desk. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to use the Latte Love collection, which I think all of this is available except for the polka dot ribbon, and I think the swirl adhesive gems, which I might use later. Those are on back order, I think, at the moment too. But everything else is available, and I think the paper is like the coolest part of this collection. So let's pull that out and just show you some of that. You can see I've already done a lot of playing with it, so we've got lots of scraps here, lots of different like coffee patterns, but then also some more generic stuff too. So it's not just for coffee. And plus, I think, you could do for hot chocolate or tea or any of those kinds of things too. So lots of fun patterns here. And I really don't know what I'm going to do today, but I think since this one's kind of calling to me, I have this pecan pie base that I already had, so I think I'm going to work with that. And since this piece goes so well with that, I think I'm going to do this as a layer. So let's go right in and start creating. So, oh, yes, Tanya, I know that problem. Whoops. Making sure you don't duplicate your order. All right, let's see. All right. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do this. So we're going to do a basic mat for that, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to have that like this, I think. And then I was thinking I might do a little stamping. So I love this stamp set because it's a 2-step stamp. So you can see here, like, you have the cute little mug, and then this little guy fits inside, and then you also have this one where these two fit inside. So I think I might do a little bit of stamping. So let's go ahead, and I think I want to do this one. And so then we'll do this. I love these, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I want to maybe color this mug. I don't know what I want to do, but let's just go ahead and see what happens. I have a little scrap piece of white, and I'm going to pick up my little cup. I'm going to probably color with blends, so I'll use Memento, because blends are an alcohol-based marker, so ideally you want to use Memento because it won't bleed, but I have and can use other colors, and it's totally fine. So it's just, you might have a little bit of bleeding. And then I'm just going to take the pecan pie and use that for the little inside piece. So what's everyone doing for the holiday this weekend? Any fun plans? I think we're going to do a little Easter egg hunt for the grandkids in the backyard, and then I think we're hosting a little like Easter lunch. The basics: ham, scalloped potatoes, maybe some mac and cheese. some of that stuff, some veggies. So, all right, so I've got that. And then let's go ahead and color a little bit. Do I want to use, well, I don't think I want to use pecan pie because I want something a little bit more interesting. So maybe I could use the coral, or I might even bring in the pool party, I think is also a color in this, right? Or no, it's Lost Lagoon. Let's do Lost Lagoon. I've got markers for that. We'll use that color. So let's color with this. So I'm going to just start with the light. We'll kind of do an all-over color. Well, I'll use this first. Just because I have a little more control. We'll do our outlines. And then I can color with the brush tip, which is a little faster. And then we'll go back and add darkness. Of course, you could just cut this out of the paper too, because a lot of the mugs and stuff are in the paper. But I just felt like stamping and coloring today. It's a very drab, dreary day today. We're getting rain all day, all night tonight, and tomorrow, I believe. And then finally, this weekend, which will be good, we're going to get a little bit of an improvement in weather. We'll see some sun, whatever that is, and a little bit warmer temperatures. I think we're going to be in the low 50s, maybe probably high 40s here on the Cape, because we not always get as warm as they do off Cape, particularly this time of year. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the brush tip for this part. I'll just go a little bit faster. Oops, somebody's texting me, sorry. All right. There we go. And then I'm gonna take my dark and we're gonna like just sort of add some shading here where it would be a little darker. Okay, here, like that. There we go. So basically you're looking for anywhere where it would be no light on it, so or less light. Then we'll add a little bit of shading. And I'm just going to outline kind of the pattern there. There we go. And maybe just a blend a little bit. There. All right. So there's that. That's fun. I know. It's always late, Deb, that we get to see the sun. Spring is always very rainy here on Cape Cod, and it's not usually typically very warm, which is why I think I love fall more now, just because it's just that perfect, like sunny and 75. Last year we had one of those beautiful days, and I asked Nate, I'm like, where can I move where it's sunny and 75 every day? Not humid, not too hot, just beautiful. And he's like, nowhere. And I'm like, oh, well, bummer. So we'll see. Oh, Susan, you're going to have Easter at your sister's. That'll be fun. I know. I'm trying to determine. I've got all the ideas for what to make for sides, because Nate's in charge of the actual ham this weekend. The meat, basically, is what I'm saying. And I'm doing all the sides. So I think right now my plan is to do some homemade macaroni and cheese and some garlicky, cheesy green beans and spinach salad and maybe some scalloped potatoes too, or some baked potatoes. I don't know. But, of course, I will probably be like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. So I'll probably scale that back a little bit as we get closer. And then I have my stepdaughter and or my in-laws bring some desserts, because I'm not going to do desserts this weekend. All right, so I'm going to cut this with the coordinating dies. And we'll see what we can do with that. Hi, Becky. All right, so we've got that. Cute. See, that came up cute. Put that there. And then see what we've got. Because like I said, I have no idea what we're doing today. A lot of times when I come to Thursday Throwdowns, I kind of like look at everything first and try and come up with a plan ahead of time. But today I didn't really have time for that. So we are working on the fly. Okay, so that works, but I feel like I need some sort of cluster. So, trying to think, do I want a die or a punch? Maybe I'll just do a punch because it's easier. So let's take my big circle and do the 2 1/4 inch, or actually I think I have 2 3/8 inch too. Yeah, we'll do the 2 3/8 inch. And maybe we will pair it. Should we pair it with another pattern paper? I could do that, but that's kind of dark. Oh, we could use the blue. Oh, this is cute too. I love this paper. I don't know if that would be too busy. Maybe do the blue, the tone and tone. That kind of gets it. Maybe this one. That's cute. Maybe I'll do that. All right, so let's cut a piece of that. I'm just going to do a big circle of that. Okay. And, so I think I'm going to put that on there. But I feel like I still want a little definition between those. Maybe a stitched circle below that. In the coral, maybe. Yeah, that looks decent. I feel like I'm making the same card over and over again. Do you guys ever do that? I feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. All right, let me just do this. I'm going to cut this down so I can use it in the mini. And then we will find a stitch circle that's just a little bit bigger than that. If I can find my stylish shapes. So let's see. Oh, goodness. All right. That one will be big enough. It's just a tiny bit bigger, but I think that will be good. I don't need a huge differentiation between the two. So let's just die cut this quickly. All right. Do this. You know what I want to do today? And again, this always happens when I really don't have the time. I want to read. So I have a book club with some Shore Club members, and we just finished reading Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple. It was really, really good. I liked it a lot. It was cute. It was funny. And it was just, it got me in, like, towards the end of the book, like, I was reading really fast because it got really interesting, and you're just trying to figure out where this lady went. And so I was reading a lot, and now, like, I haven't had a book to read for a couple of days, and I'm like, oh, I want to read. So I just reserved our next book, and I'm like, I want to go get it and just go spend the rest of the afternoon reading. All right, so I was thinking I kind of like the pop of those, so maybe I won't even use this one. I don't know, I feel like that kind of waters down this a little bit, so I think I might just use that like so. So let's maybe take that out of there. And then I could stamp something in the background of this, but again, I like the pop of that. It's very crisp and clean, which I like. So maybe, I'm just trying to think where I want to go with this. I might add another pattern paper in here, like a strip of this, maybe. I think I need something a little bolder. Maybe this one, strip of that. Is that too matchy? Probably. I still do really love this one. So maybe we could do that. Let's try that because I really love this pattern. It's one of my favorites. All right. Yes, definitely, Elaine. So definitely a curl up with a good book kind of day. Have any of you read anything really good lately? We actually have our next couple of books picked out already, but we're always looking for good suggestions. And there's a lot of pressure. I don't know if you guys, this is the first time I've ever been in a book club in my entire life. And I had one not so great recommendation and then one good recommendation. So like it's a lot of pressure when you pick a book for everybody to read, right? You don't want to mess it up and be something that everybody hates. All right, I like this way because you can see more of that pattern, but then again, it makes this get lost a little bit, so then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just do a little circle behind it to kind of like pop it, but then I'm back to, well, then you can't really see the more of the paper anyway, so do I just do it underneath this anyway? But then I feel like there's a lot of white space. Do you love how I talk to you about all this stuff? But this is what's going through my head. So hopefully that's helpful. How big is this cup? Let's see. I might try. Hi, Stephanie. So like 2 inches would be almost perfect. So let me just try something. I'm going to take a scrap piece and my 2-inch circle. And that should just pretty much frame this. Yeah. So it's not a lot of extra, just enough to differentiate it. And then maybe I might trim this down a little bit and do, oh, I guess I kind of like it all the way across too. And then I could put this in the middle. I don't know. I'm struggling today, you guys. Maybe I'll just do that then. Oh, but the hearts are upside down. Here we go. Like that. Pop that. Then we need a sentiment. And then, I know the ribbon is kind of, oh, you know what? Hold on, another thought. I don't like the pattern and the pattern right next to each other. I'm gonna do a little bit of a mat for that. So we'll do 1 1/4 by 4. Okay. Attach that to this. I could maybe even do a little bit smaller so it's not quite as much. I just didn't want the pattern right on top of the pattern. There we go. Like that. And then now I feel like I want a little bit more of the coral. So let's do a little strip of this for under that. So we'll do 4 by like, I don't know, 3/4 did I do or half? I forget. Do that, and then I think I'm gonna put this under here, like so. Okay, I feel like I want a border on that. Let me see, who has a good border? You know what might be good? I might use the Deckled rectangles. See if I can find it quickly. Deckled rectangles, maybe. Hang on, sorry, darling. Of course I can't find them, so maybe not. Where did those go? Alright, well we'll pick, oh, here they are. Here they are, sorry. So I'm thinking maybe, I love the edging of this, it looks like torn paper a little bit. So is that big enough? Where's the next one up, just to make sure. Of course that's not going to fit in the little machine. And I want to use the little machine. That should fit. Let's just do this. All right. Going through a lot of trouble with this, but I just want it to have a little bit of an edge. YouTube was important to me, so if I didn't like the book, you wouldn't. Yeah, absolutely. I know we do it virtually, so there's no eating involved, but it is really fun to just be with everybody and kind of discuss it. I don't really mind the reading part. I find the suggesting a book a lot of pressure because I want to make sure I recommend a good thing, right? So, all right. Did I stop talking, Susan? Sometimes I get in my head. Or am I just... It's good, though, that I'm telling you how I'm thinking. Is that what you're talking about? I know. Sometimes I have to walk myself through it. So I think it is good sometimes to see how other people think and process and figure things out, right? Because we just take it for granted. But some people struggle a little bit more with what to do. So this is how I think it through. All right, so I'm thinking like this. And then I just have just a tiny bit of a deckled edge on there. I do want some of those beans to show. So kind of stick that under here like that. And then we have this and this. I don't know, maybe that is too plain now. Do I need to put this like that? I'm matching all the colors, all the patterns here. Did you guys see my email last week with how to match patterns? Well, we're doing it galore today. I want to do the linen thread. Where's my linen thread? I want a little bit of texture. I can find what I did with... Oh, it's on the floor. It's a good place for it. Okay. I don't know about this white piece. What do you guys think? Do you like the white? Or is it too much white? I feel like it needs something. Maybe I'll do some stamping tone on tone instead. Maybe we'll repeat those little beans. Let's try that. All right, so I'm gonna clean this off the cheat way, just because I don't know where my chamois is. So we'll stamp that off, put that away, and then I'm gonna grab these. And we'll use tone on tone to do... Oh, you like the white? I have one no like the white and one doesn't. Let's try this and see what we think. All right. I'm going to use this and stamp. We'll repeat the little beans that are in the bottom there. I can always add the white back if I decide I don't like this. All right, so there's that. Okay, like this, and then add that on top. Oh, I like that better. That works for me, I think. And then I think I'm going to add some of the twine around the middle, and maybe a little bow. And I'm going to figure out what we're doing for the sentiment. But let me attach some of this together. Where's my adhesive? Here it is. Let's attach this. I was talking about my book club too. It's not a lot of pressure for me to be able to read the book in time, although I do find that I tend to stress myself out because I will wait to the last minute and then I've got to read like 120 pages in a day. So I did do that this last time, but it went really quick. But that doesn't always happen, so I gotta be careful. All right, so that's that. I feel like this is uneven. Hold on. See if I can even that out a little bit. Looked a little, there we go. That looks better. All right, and then I'm gonna attach that to the middle. And then before we get too much further, I'll put some twine on there. And I think I want a bow. So I'm gonna stick that like that. And then before I attach this down, we're gonna do linen thread. And do I want it on, I might put it on this side so I have, well, maybe I'll put this over here and I'll put it over here and then the greeting can be on that side. So I'm going to do a bow over to the left here. And I think I'll wrap it twice. I don't know why. I like to do that with the linen thread. All right, so do that. And we'll get that out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and I like to tie a knot first, just to give myself a little stability, especially when this panel isn't taped down yet. It can be a little tricky. All right, and then I'm going to tie the bow so it's kind of sideways on purpose. So we'll do that. And I want it to kind of be a big lofty bow, but there, that looks cute. And I want some long edges, I think. So we'll just trim this down just a little bit. I feel really bad today. I didn't wake up early enough to bring the dog for a walk before I went to work. And now it's just too gross. So there won't be a walk for the puppy today. She's going to be so rambunctious later. All right. So that's that. I'm liking it. We're getting there. All right. So, all right. So let's see. Do I only read fiction books? No, I read both, actually. I typically lately have been doing, I'm trying to think at the same time. Lately I've been doing fiction fiction at night before I go to bed, because it doesn't make me overthink, and it's a good way for me to detox from like digital screens. And then in the morning I will typically do nonfiction, so something for my business or something just personal development or something like that. So that tends to be what I do. All right, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do You're the Best Part of My Day, and I could do like a little circle greeting right here, which I think would be cute, or I could do Hello There, Let's Catch Up. But I think, and that would be more long, but I think I want to do the circle. I think that will be a good offset of what we're working with. So let me just stamp that, and I'm going to stamp it in the pecan pie. All right. Oh, how awesome. Well, thanks for saving for later, Linda. And awesome for your granddaughter. That'll be fun, and amazing that she's doing the Air Force Academy. That's tough. All right, so I'm going to stamp that, and then, oh, you know what we could do? Do I have, oh, I don't have pecan pie marker. Never mind. I was going to color that in pecan pie and the best part in the coral, but I think I'll just leave it as is. All right, so I need a little circle punch. Probably maybe like 1.5. A lot of the circle punches that I have are no longer, well, not a lot, but a couple of them are no longer available, but I always keep my circle punches, you guys, no matter what, because they are the handiest and easiest to work with. All right, so I think I'm going to do like kind of like that, and then we'll pop those both up. And I think maybe we will distress a little bit of that. I don't have any, got rid of all my Stampin' Sponges, and I don't think I have any daubers at the moment either. So we're gonna improvise, and I'm gonna just use a tissue at the moment. I need to get, I have a big package of Stampin' Sponges at the house that Santa brought me like years ago, and I maybe use a makeup sponge maybe every, I don't know, every year, one a year, because I don't really put makeup on very often. So this kind of looks cool, actually. It's got some little funky edges, so hey, that works. All right, so I'm going to do that. It almost looks like little coffee stains. All right, and then let's go ahead. I'm going to attach this flat, I think. And we'll stick that in the middle. I feel like the coffee beans on that really just kind of made that pop. So I really like that. We're also going to add a little bit of Winkastella. Oh, Carrie, that's the next one we have, actually. We're reading, well, right now we'd already done Perfect, we're doing The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand, I think it is. And then our next one is The Woman by Kristen Hanna. That was one that was recommended by several people. So you'll have to let us know what you think, because that's next up for us. And then I think the one after that, we've got them lined up for quite a while now, is the Rosie Project, I think is the next one. So I actually really like it because it makes me read, and otherwise sometimes I can get lazy and I won't read, and I love it. Like when I was a kid, my mom used to actually, we were allowed to stay up a half an hour later in bed and read if we were reading. So we, you know, if our bedtime was 9 o'clock, we could stay up till 9:30 in our beds and we could read. And so that's how I kind of first started getting hooked on reading. And then it became like, well, I want an hour to read, so I'd go to bed like 8:30 instead of 9, and it just instilled reading into me, and I just love it. But I tend to, you know, I get busy, and life is a lot more complicated now than when I was 14, so I don't always get to it. So this forces me to do it, which I really like. All right, I'm liking this, you guys. It took me a little bit, but I think it works. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, attach this down, maybe add some bling, and we might be able to call it a day. All right, actually I feel like I want to add a little bit more Wink of Stella, even though I shouldn't, because I can't order anymore till May. The Rosie Project, you liked that one too? Well, good. So that's on our list too. We, like I said, we just finished. This is the one we just finished, and it was cute. It was really good. It was funny. Where'd you go, Bernadette? I got to bring it back to my library after this. And then, trying to think what else we read. We read a few nonfiction books first, and then we've been doing fiction because none of us tend to do that very often, and that's kind of what we need. A little mental break. All right, let me grab the this. All right, and then I think we're good. We've got, these are the what are they called? Adhesive backed swirl dots. So this is the ones that come in the Sweet collection, but they're, I believe these are still not orderable, as well as the polka dot ribbon, but you can get everything else. These are online exclusives, so you can only find them in the store. I don't know, maybe I wanted to use a different color just because I keep using the brown, but I feel like the brown's going to pop the best, so we're going to use the brown again. So let me take this. You guys are really making me want to read now, and I just finished saying, like, I can't. Need to get stuff done. All right. I actually have a little bit of an day surgery tomorrow. Nothing major, anything serious, just some silly little thing that has to get taken care of. And so maybe if I'm not still too sedated, maybe I'll be able to read tomorrow, because it'll be a good rainy day tomorrow too. I don't know if that's where I want that. I don't think that's where I want that. Maybe over here. Or maybe even up here. I don't know. I'll probably move that again 4 times, but you get the idea. All right. There you go. It took me a little bit, but we got there. Let me see if I can just do an inside really quick, because remember, I've been trying to do the insides at the same time, and I've kind of fallen off that. I don't have enough on this piece. Let's see. I have another piece of white here. I do. All right, so 4, 5, 5 1/4. And we'll tape that inside and maybe add some pattern paper in there too. I'll put that here, like so. All right, so there's that. Don't forget, you guys, tomorrow is the final day to add your name to my mailing list for the new annual catalog that's coming out in May. I will be ordering them direct from Stampin' Up! Because I will be away at the end of this month. So you just need to request the catalog on my online form, and then I will order them all tomorrow from Stampin' Up! So they'll ship directly from Stampin' Up!, not from me. And those will be arriving at the end of April, so that when I get back from Mexico at the end of April, I'll be able to do a series of videos featuring some of the new goodies. So you'll want to make sure that you get on that list. And like I said, tomorrow I have to put the order in because Sunday is the last day to do that, and I'll be busy with Easter, so I won't have time to do that. So I'm going to put the order in tomorrow. So anybody that wanted one needs to do that Google form before then, so that you get it included in that. So I will post the link again today, but remember, today's it. Tomorrow's the last day. So here you go. We did it. And then I just used that same paper inside to kind of finish that up. So I think it came out okay. It took me a little more thinking today, but it works. Again, we were pairing all sorts of different patterns, which is fun, and I think it makes it a little bit easier when you're using a pack of paper that already has all the coordination, so it's really hard to go wrong, but I think that worked out really well. All right, my friends, that is everything. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next week. All right, bye for now. Thanks for watching.